Picture this. You're a flight nurse. Your job is to keep patients alive in the back of a helicopter, racing against time, suspended thousands of feet in the air. The pilot handles the flying, you handle the medicine. That's the deal. For Darlene, this was just another day at the office. She was a dedicated, highly skilled flight nurse, part of a 3-person crew, a pilot, a paramedic, and herself. They were a well-oiled machine, saving lives on a daily basis. One routine mission, however, was about to turn their world upside down. They had just picked up a patient from a rural hospital and were en route to a major trauma center. The weather was clear, the flight was smooth, and Darlene was focused on her patient. Then, without any warning, a catastrophic bang echoed through the cabin. A bird strike, a large one, had shattered the cockpit windshield. The impact was devastating. In an instant, the pilot was incapacitated and the helicopter began to lurch uncontrollably. Panic could have easily taken over. The aircraft was losing altitude, spinning in a terrifying descent. The paramedic, while uninjured, was frozen, overwhelmed by the sudden chaos. But Darlene's training kicked in. She knew that in a crisis, you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training. Her mind raced. She had spent countless hours in that helicopter, observing, listening, absorbing every detail. She had watched the pilot's every move, not out of any desire to fly, but out of a professional curiosity. Now that curiosity was their only hope. Leaving her patient in the care of the now recovering paramedic, Darlene crawled into the cockpit. It was a scene of controlled chaos. Alarms blared, lights flashed. She saw the controls, the very ones she'd seen the pilot handle with such ease. Taking a deep breath, she grabbed the cyclic stick. She remembered the pilot explaining how subtle movements were key. Pulling back gently, she felt the helicopter's terrifying spin start to slow. It was a start. She communicated with air traffic control, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. "Mayday, mayday, mayday! Pilot is incapacitated. I am a nurse. I am flying the helicopter." The controller on the other end must have been stunned, but they were professional. They talked her through it, step by agonizing step. "Level your wings," they'd say. "Watch your airspeed." Darlene, the nurse who had only ever administered IVs and monitored heart rates in the air, was now flying a multi-million-dollar machine. Guided by the calm voice on the radio and her own incredible composure, she managed to stabilize the aircraft and begin a slow, shaky descent towards a nearby field the controller had identified. The landing was anything but graceful. It was a hard, jarring impact, but she did it. The helicopter was down, and everyone, herself, the paramedic, the original patient, and the unconscious pilot, was alive. Darlene didn't just save her patient that day, she saved her entire crew. She was no longer just the helicopter nurse. She was the pilot, the hero, the one who, when faced with an impossible situation, refused to give up. Her story is a powerful reminder that heroes aren't born. They're made in moments we never see coming. Thank you so much for watching. If you were inspired by Darlene's incredible story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of amazing people. We'll see you in the next one.